Trump just called this war a vacation. His exact word was excursion. Meanwhile, Iran says nearly 10,000 civilian sites have been bombed. One man lost his job when his company was destroyed. He told Trump, "Please keep bombing, but not us." Let me give you Trump's exact words from today, because they are shocking. He said, "For Iran, this is a war. For us, it turned out to be easier than we thought." He called it an excursion that will keep us out of a bigger war. He also said the US has hit Iran harder than virtually any country in history has ever been hit. And then he added, "We are not finished yet." So to recap, Trump says the war is almost over. Also says it's the hardest bombing in history. Also says they are not finished. Three completely different things. In one day. His defense secretary said, only Trump controls the throttle. Now here is your second hook. And this one affects every single person watching. Iran has dropped mines inside the Strait of Hormuz. Real underwater bombs. Sitting in the water. Waiting for ships. Today 3 ships were hit by unknown projectiles in the strait. One Thai cargo ship caught fire. 20 sailors had to be rescued from the ocean. The US military warned all civilians, immediately avoid every port along the Strait of Hormuz. In response, the world's biggest energy agency released 400 million barrels of oil, the largest emergency oil release in the history of the planet. Never done before at this scale. Stop, because this next part is important and the media is not talking about it enough. It is now officially confirmed. The US missile that killed 175 people at a school in the city of Minab, mostly children, was an American weapon. The military said it happened because of outdated targeting data. Outdated data. 175 children. Dead. Also today, Iran's oldest bank was bombed. While it was full of employees. Iran's foreign minister posted online, a bank full of people. Bombed. Now let's go to Lebanon, because that story is getting worse every hour. 634 people killed since Israeli strikes began, 1,500 wounded, and nearly 1 million people, that is almost 1 in every 5 Lebanese people, have now fled their homes. A 12-year-old girl named Yassine told reporters, "There were bombs exploding on top of our building. Tonight, Israel set an apartment block in the center of Beirut on fire. People were inside." Let me give you the real numbers from 12 days of war, because the scale is almost impossible to understand. Iran says nearly 10,000 civilian sites have been hit. Homes, schools, hospitals, shops, offices. Over 1,300 civilians killed in Iran alone. The US has struck more than 5,500 separate targets inside Iran. Gulf countries have been hit by 950 Iranian missiles and 2,500 drones in just 12 days. 2,500 drones in 12 days. So, how does this end? Here is what both sides are saying. Iran's president said today, "The only way this war stops is if the world pays Iran reparations and gives a firm guarantee it will never be attacked again." Israel's defense minister said, "The bombing will continue with no time limit until every single objective is achieved." And today it came out that Iran's new supreme leader, Mujtaba Khamenei, was actually injured in the very first strike on February 28th. His government hid this for 12 days. The United Nations voted today. 13 countries said stop the attacks. Russia and China refused to vote yes. And that man at the Iran-Turkey border, the one who lost his job when his company was bombed, he looked into the camera and said, "Please finish it. Kill the regime, but not the people." Day 12. Subscribe right now. Day 13 drops tomorrow.